Okay, we return to the calendar again for the month-end consolidation reporting process, and now we're going to introduce some planning into the process. So we'll look at complete forecast submission. If I just expand that, I can then see that there's a task for each of my companies for completing the forecast. So I'm going to click on Timber and Wood Business. I'm just going to put up the details. And we can see that 4 work files have been assigned to me so that I can complete a forecast for a balance sheet. I can complete the P&L input, and also I've got a comment sheet to compare the forecast versus budget. And also there's a predictive, which I'm going to show a scenario of that later. So I'm going to first click on the work file P&L input. And you can see at the top left hand of the screen is the name of the company, and also for me to approve and submit the forecast once I'm complete. It's also brought the context through, so I'm just looking at Timber and Wood Business, and it's in reporting currency. And then when we look at the body of the report, we've got the P&L hierarchy. We can drill up and down on that. I'm just going to shut domestic sales. And going across, we've got the months. Also interesting, we're currently in May, so I can input the forecast for the remainder of the year in yellow, but the grey part are the actuals, so I cannot overwrite these as these have been locked. And then in the far right, when I change the numbers, I'll be able to compare my figures to the budget. And quite a useful set of graphs on the side, which is tracking my budget and forecast. So we can see at the tail end of the year, revenue is very close to budget, but we're forecasting a rise in the next 5 months or so. Similarly, if I just look at gross margin percentage, I can now plan and just track where my gross margin percentage is going. And in June, it looks very high. So let's change some numbers there. So I'm now going to pop into the tab. Now I can just overwrite the number in there, or I can apply a percentage. What's quite interesting is that you can do top-down or bottom-up planning. So actually I'm going to plan on the turnover line, and I'm just going to take off 10%. So I'll put in minus 10%, and the turnover changes to 33, but you'll also see it's disaggregated it down to the individual GL accounts, and now my gross margin percentage is fallen. Similarly, if I opened up expenses and I wanted to increase the costs 25%, well, actually I'm just going to put in minus 4,000 here now. So I'm just typing in the number. The charts update, and also I could do something like I could copy and paste. So I could put 4,000 in here. And it's copied it over. Similarly, I can just drag. So I've made quite a lot of changes there without a lot of judgment. So also what I can do is revert my changes. So I'm just going to version history, and you'll see here all the steps I've taken in changing the numbers. So for example, if I want to get rid of the 4,000, which I've just done, I'm just going to go back to this status here, and you'll see the numbers update. And they've gone back. So really, and once I'm happy with those numbers, I can actually publish it. And then those numbers are saved to the database. But you'll notice all the time, and this is what we call real-time reporting, my charts and my numbers are being updated. If I ran a consolidated financial statement in another report outside of this story, that report would also be updated, as would be a finance dashboard.